This off-strip Vegas property, housed in the former Hard Rock Hotel, debuted in 2021, blending unique dining, style, and value. Hey travel friends, it's Helen with Nicely Travel, and today we're exploring Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. We'll get into its location, amenities, dining, rooms, and anything else you might be wondering about if you're considering a stay here. The Virgin Hotel Las Vegas is located at the intersection of Harmon and Paradise Road. It's definitely an off-strip property, and for reference, it's about a 1.5 mile walk from the Virgin Hotel over to Aria on the Strip. Now, if you set aside that drawback of being a bit removed from the Strip, there are actually some nice upsides to this off-strip location. The first one being that parking is free here, whether you valet or self-park. This is in contrast to most hotels and resorts on the Strip, where in most cases you have to pay for parking and it's not cheap. The room rates themselves tend to be very affordable at this property because of its location off the Strip. So if you're looking to maximize value on your Vegas trip, this hotel is definitely worth considering. Virgin Hotels Las Vegas is part of Hilton's Curio collection. So if you are a frequent Hilton guest and member of the Hilton Honors program, definitely look into whether you might be able to use your points at this hotel. There is a 60,000 square foot casino at this hotel, and this casino is managed by Mohegan Casino Las Vegas. The hotel also has multiple entertainment venues for live music performances. There is one really big theater operated by AEG. There's a smaller, more intimate venue called 24 Oxford. There's a massive event lawn outside for outdoor events. There are a couple of pools at this property. The first one is called the Elia Beach Club, and this is more of a day club. It's 2 stories and sort of Greek island themed. There's a decent sized open air stage, so it sort of has a music festival vibe to it. And during pool season, there's usually either a DJ there or a musician performing, so it's definitely got a lot of energy, and you can order food and drinks and get poolside service at this beach club. The other pool is a resort pool. It's the newer pool at the resort. This is more of a relaxing pool. They've got some cabanas that you can rent out and day beds to kind of lounge around the pool. So this is definitely more of the chill out and relax pool versus the beach club. In terms of health and wellness offerings, the hotel does have a spa and a fitness center. Let's talk about the dining that's available here. There are a bunch of restaurants here. I'm just gonna quickly speak to the ones that I experienced firsthand. First, After's Ice Cream, great little ice cream shop with some unique flavors. I also had a nice outdoor lunch at Casa Calavera. The coffee shop here at the Virgin is called Funny Library Coffee Shop, and I did patronize this spot a couple mornings. Because the rooms here do not have coffee makers, it's a natural stop if you are a coffee drinker. I found the coffee here to be really nice quality, and I appreciate the fact that Virgin went for more of a niche coffee brand versus a more generic choice like Starbucks or Coffee Bean. Another lunch spot that I tried was Cassie Beach House. This is another restaurant along the hotel's promenade that has outdoor seating, and this was a nice solid place to eat with some Italian influenced cuisine and a nice view of the pool. One night during my stay, I ordered takeout from Night and Market, which is a Californian Thai restaurant. The food was really tasty, and I loved that I was able to get takeout and bring it out to the event salon and enjoy a nice Thai meal with some friends. Finally, there is a Nobu as well in this hotel. The Nobu is a holdover from when the hotel was a Hard Rock hotel, and when Virgin took over, they decided to retain the Nobu, which I think is a great move. Nobu is always a delicious and solid dinner option, and I really like that Virgin retained the staff of the original Nobu from its Hard Rock days and carried them over into this new life of the hotel. I think that's really neat. So those are the dining options that I personally experienced. In addition to those, there are a lot of other things. There's a pizza spot, there's Todd English's Olives restaurant, and a steak house, and kind of the main hotel restaurant that's sort of like their 24-hour diner replacement is called the Kitchen at Commons Club. This place looked really cool inside. It had a nice design and a nice bar to sit at. So if that's your speed, definitely look out for the Kitchen at Commons Club. This hotel has 3 main towers with over 1,500 rooms across the 3 towers. The Canyon Tower is just off the main casino. The Opal Tower is closer to the hotel's meeting and convention spaces, and this is actually the tower that I stayed in. And then finally, the Ruby Tower is an all-suite tower that offers kind of bigger rooms and a little bit more of a VIP experience. For instance, they have their own exclusive check-in area, so you don't have to wait in the main check-in line. Things like that. The room that I stayed in was a Chamber King room in the Opal Tower, and the overall vibe in the Opal Tower is kind of a hip, modern desert sort of vibe. You can see it in the murals and the elevators and color schemes in the hallways and the rooms themselves. I liked how the King Chamber room was laid out. The entryway area combines a hallway, a closet, a vanity, and the bathroom into kind of one area, and then the bedroom is separated by privacy doors. So even though it's not a suite, it feels a little more spacious, almost like it's a suite because of that door that can be separated and because of the thoughtful use of space in that entry hallway area. My King Chamber room featured nice floor-to-ceiling windows that provided some really great views of the event lawn, and because of this hotel's proximity to the Las Vegas airport, plane watching was amazing from this room, particularly at times when a lot of flights were landing. For some reason at this airport, it seemed like at a certain time every hour, a ton of planes would be coming in to land, and it was just incredible actually to watch these planes and get a really close-up view of them as they were coming in for a landing at sunset. Other features in the King Chamber room included a mini bar. The TV in this room was pretty good size and had streaming services available, which was nice. An interestingly designed bed. Virgin Hotels says that this is ergonomically designed, and I guess I could see that. I just think it's kind of cool looking. However, all the upholstery is cloth and fabric material, and so that does give me a little bit of the ick, just because you know how it is in Vegas. Let's just say when I'm in Vegas, regardless of where I'm staying, I kind of lower my standards for housekeeping and overall cleanliness, just because so many hotels here are huge. They have a limited housekeeping staff who have to turn over massive amounts of rooms every day, and these people are working very hard to turn those rooms over, and they just don't have the time to do a thorough deep clean before the next guests are going to be checking in. That's just been my experience in Vegas, and I've stayed at Vegas a lot at a lot of different hotels. So take it from me, relax your cleanliness standards a little bit when you're staying in Vegas. They do charge a resort fee. I know one reason many people stay off-strip is because they're trying to avoid a resort fee. Unfortunately, they are pretty widespread across Vegas these days, even off-strip. And yes, they do charge a resort fee here at the Virgin Hotel. However, I do have to give them a nod for at least including some things of decent value that come along with their resort fee. Their daily resort fee includes 20% discount on spa services, a 15% discount on spa retail, a complimentary appetizer at their 24-hour restaurant, and a 2-for-1 drink at the bar at their 24-hour restaurant, plus a couple bottles of water in your room. So while it's not necessarily a massive VIP package of perks, they're at least trying to give you a little bit of value in exchange for that pesky resort fee. To wrap up our tour of Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, let's get into some fast facts about this property. Check-in time is 3 p.m. and checkout time is 11 a.m. There are over 1,500 guest rooms spread out across 3 hotel towers. Wi-Fi is included in the daily resort fee. It is a no smoking indoors property, but you can smoke outside. Both self-parking and valet parking are free. And know that there are 2 separate parking garages, and depending on which tower you're staying in, one might be a lot closer to your room than the other. And finally, they do allow dogs here for a daily $60 fee. Quick note about this hotel stay. Nicely Travel was not comped or hosted. We paid out of pocket, and the opinions and observations shared in this video are our genuine, honest impressions. That's going to conclude our trip to Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps this channel in so many ways. And to all our new subscribers, thank you so much for coming on this YouTube journey with us and being early adopters. I really appreciate you, and thanks for watching. Until the next video, continue to travel nicely.